microphone.
Oh,
I like the other one better.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It broke. And your name, sir?
It's Tyson, but I like the other microphone way better. It was more game showy, match the...
As you know, this show is all about contentment. And contentment is deciding to be okay with what you have.
Okay, I know, I remember, but I'm saying the old microphone, if you get it back...
The other microphone broke, okay? Drop it.
You dropped it?
No, I didn't drop it. I want you to drop it. No! I mean, stop talking about the old microphone, okay? It broke, it's gone, I have a new one, and I'm fine with it. I am fine with it.
You don't sound fine.
I am. Drop it. No! Don't do that.
Okay.
Can we just play the game?
Yes.
We can play. Okay. Are you sure?
I'm fine with it.
Okay, let's do it. Right after this story from the Bible about what happened to the Israelites after they were rescued from slavery in Egypt. And here's a clue. They were not content.
Just like you and this new microphone. You dropped it. You know what happens if you drop it. It breaks.
The Bible isn't just a book of random stories. It's 66 different books that come together to tell one story. An incredible one. About God's love for us. And now for an amazing story. Inspired by the book of Exodus. Chapters 16 and 17.
For hundreds of years, God's people lived as slaves in Egypt. Life was difficult.
Cut that straw, mush that mud, make those bricks.
And of course, the Egyptians wanted their slaves to be strong, so they made sure the Israelites always had plenty of food.
Eat.
Onions and crocodile?
You got a problem with that?
Got a bit of a bite to it.
Back to those bricks.
God's people cried out for help, and God led them out of slavery.
Freedom!
And into the desert.
Wait, what?
Sand makes me break out in hives.
What are we gonna eat?
I have agoraphobia.
Fear of Angora cats?
Fear of the outside.
The Israelites crowded around their leader Moses and his brother Aaron and brought along all their complaints.
It would have been easier if we just stayed back in Egypt.
We had a meat buffet every day.
You brought us into the sand trap to die.
God had kept the Israelites safe when he rescued them from Pharaoh's entire army in Egypt, yet they didn't trust that God would be able to give them what they needed now. Moses poured out his frustration to God.
What do I do? They're whining about everything they had in Egypt.
God spoke to Moses, who called together the people, and Moses and his brother Aaron shared God's words with everyone.
Come to the Lord. He's heard you speaking against him. He knows how unhappy you are.
You could say that again.
As Aaron spoke, the glory of the Lord appeared as a cloud, hovering above the desert.
Whoa!
Is that like God? I want to go inside.
God says, when the sun goes down, you will eat meat. In the morning, you will be filled with bread. Then you will know that I am the Lord your God.
Well, the sun's setting, but I don't see any onions and crocodile. Soup of the day still looks like sand stew.
Birds, they're after me.
Wait, are those quail?
Hide me.
Now hold on. I bet they taste like chicken.
That evening, the Israelites had all the meat they could eat. And in the morning, they woke to something new on the ground. Thin white flakes that looked like frost.
I wonder what this is.
Bread?
Wonder bread.
Basically the only thing I'm not allergic to.
Moses called out to the people.
It's the bread the Lord has given you to eat. Gather as much as you need for the day.
Each morning, the bread, called manna, appeared again, and every evening the quail returned. So the Israelites were no longer hungry, but they still found reasons to complain.
I'm thirsty as a camel drinking pickle juice.
Where's a bottle of hermetically sealed, ultra-filtered, mineral-enhanced spring water when you need it?
Once again, the Israelites crowded around Moses.
Why did you bring us out here? We're about to die of thirst.
If God was really with us, things would be, totally okay.
Why are you arguing with me? Why are you testing the Lord?
Instead of remembering all that God had given them and how he'd promised to take care of them, the people got so upset they tried to take it out on Moses. He cried out to God.
What am I going to do with these people? They're ready to throw stones at me. Go out in front of the people. Take in your hand the walking stick you used when you struck the Nile River. I will stand there in front of you by the rock at Mount Horeb. Hit the rock. Then water will come out of it for the people to drink.
So Moses did as God commanded. And even though the people continued to whine, God gave them water to drink.
Water? Huh. Well, that's nice, I guess, but I really miss coffee.
God was continually giving the Israelites what they needed when they needed it. But they were so focused on everything they'd had in Egypt, they were missing out on what God was providing for them each day in the wilderness.
Let's face it, contentment isn't always easy, especially when you're in a situation that doesn't seem as good as it used to be. Like, if your family has to move, you might not like your new home as much as you did your old one. Or when you go from one grade to another, you might start to miss your old teacher or the friends you used to sit next to. We can spend so much time thinking about what we used to have that we don't even recognize the good stuff that we have right now. The Israelites were miserable because they didn't have the kind of food or water that they wanted, but they totally missed out on the fact that they weren't slaves anymore. They were free. So here's something we can try. The next time we're not feeling content because we missed something we used to have in the past, or because we can't wait for something that we're going to get in the future, we should just take a moment and think. Think about what we have in the present, what we have right now. That's the one thing I learned today. Don't miss out on what you have now. My old microphone, it was cool. I liked it, but I got this one now and it works great. Let's see, what else? I've got great friends who will play game shows with me in their living room. I've got God who loves me no matter what. I've got a lot, so I am content.
Congrats, dude! You had practice being content. You won the game.
I did, and you can too. When you play more or less, all you need is a giant curtain, any kind of microphone, and some contentment. Start playing today.
Mic drop.
Dude.
Sorry, it didn't break though.
It didn't break.
You can use it again. We can use it tomorrow when we play.
I don't want to play anymore.
Really?
Of course I do, man.
Oh, sorry.